What's up, YouTube? Some of you been asking for a fight story, particularly a knockout story. You know I don't like to give too many of these, but every now and then you have to keep the viewers' attention. With that said, welcome to another episode of Kev Videos, True Stories.
And the money, ain't no hoeing me, boy, I keep it 100. Since this is drought on real niggas, how the fuck could you hate? Could he not sit and walk around wild down there? And the money, ain't no hoeing me, boy, I keep it 100. Uncut G, I ain't no rapper. If you want a verse, nigga, come to my hood so I can stop. And the money.
That was it. I never stopped banging. I started banging hard, then I got so hard till it was a shame.
Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Stories.
Let me tell you a story about Kev Mac. Back in the day when actually I met him through Greg Parks, associated with Tyrese Black Tie, GP was happening. And we met over there in the Crenshaw district, in a sense, Slauson and Crenshaw. Y'all know where that is. And Kev, I used to see him running around, and we was kind of young, we was doing the hip-hop entertainment stuff, and Kev and Greg was affiliated with that side of town. He took me to a lot of house parties and rock, and actually put our tapes, Henji and Evil Lee tapes, the Spin Masters out there in the streets, We was out there. We actually did the same thing with Ice-T tapes, We had our tapes, we mingled. First off, we did the Spin Master thing, so everybody in the neighborhood knew that, us for like those cats that can really rock a party wherever, whether it's blue, red, yellow, whatever the fact is. We went to every neighborhood and rocked and destroyed stuff. But when speaking of Kev, we was at parties sometimes, right? A lot of local cats, I see him at the party.
This is the early 90s before Lil Road Dogg caught his state and federal case. Big homie Sliproc wanted to go out, and a few of us, we agreed to go. Baby Slip, Lil Road Dogg, myself, and a few others. So we go to this concert on Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood, California. And we bail up in there, and it's a lot of different Crip sets up in there. The homies gonna always hit you up at a concert back then, during the early 90s, throughout the 80s, early 90s. Shit, all the way to the early 2000s, to keep it 100. And so I go up in there and I see the homie Henry G, New York City Spin Masters, Evil Lee, Ice-T is DJ. They all family. I could go up in Hen G house anytime. His mom, his dad, his brothers, sisters, cousins. I'm good up in there to this day. So this particular night, homies they doing their thing, and I see Hen. I'm gonna go talk to Hen G. So I go over to Hen. What's up, Hen? How you doing? Woo woo. Hadn't seen Henry since the Little Trig video when they used my 5.0. So almost a year had went by. I haven't seen Hen. So I'm chopping it up with Hen.
I wonder what they little trick that way. I wonder what made little trick that way. I wonder what made little trick that way.
Henry always say, Kev, just come by the house. So I never needed a number on the Garcias. I just go straight over to their house in the 20s where they had lived for a long time, and Hen hadn't never went nowhere. We got a crew of homies that all can squabble. So I ain't worried about the homies. And I always been the type to creep off on my own anyway to see what's happening and stuff. But so I'm outside the crowd. I'm to the back of the crowd. And I remember seeing Big Cal. Big Cal was to the back of the crowd also. So as I'm catching up with Hen, I'm looking at the homies, and the homies are getting into a situation with another set.
I was kind of like tripping when I seen him. He was just chilling, and he was with a lot of cats that he grew up with. And we just lounging at a party. All of a sudden, he just break off, with a couple of friends of his that I said, what's up to him, whatever. And they stomping some fool up out and to the left.
And when the commotion start, they in the middle of the pack, right in front of the stage. And so I slowly make my way over there to the homies. And it's this dude, probably an inch or two shorter than me. But he older than me, and he on swole. Dark-skinned dude. And I fire on him. Boom! Hit him right on his chin. Laid him out. And I'm just like, damn. But I ain't got time to dwell on that. You know, we in the middle of a rumble, in the middle of a concert. So we getting down. And we end up leaving. And Sliproc say, cuz, who put that nigga out? Like me. He like, cuz on 6-0. I never seen nobody get hit that hard. And I responded, on 6-0. I ain't never hit nobody that hard. And we just all started laughing. So that was my knockout story, man. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you other than that's what the 60s was known for. I say it all the time. It was only a few sets that was going to show up at functions like that countywide and get down. You know what I mean? Only a few, only a handful. Because some of the other sets, I'm not saying they wasn't with it or nothing like that. They just didn't go out or they just didn't get in the rumbles like that. You know, some sets did a lot of shooting. Some sets just stayed in their hood and they section of town. But some sets was going to go out, and we was one of them, and man, it used to go down. So, yeah, we got a lot of fight stories. I wasn't at every fight. I didn't get off at every fight. But I had a few knockouts. I had a few rumbles that I'm proud to say that I was a part of and came out smelling good. You know what I mean? But I don't really like to talk about these. I don't like to hurt feelings. I don't like to roar other sets up. I don't like to seem like me, I, like I'm this big bad dude. I tell a lot of stories where I took losses or I didn't take the fade. And I don't want that to be what y'all remember me by. I just tone it down so much and remain so humble that I don't like to tell a lot of those glorification type of stories about myself or my set. You know, it is what it is. Every set had wins, every set had losses. You know, and I wasn't always there when the set lost, but like I said, there were some rumbles I didn't do a whole lot. Some rumbles I try to play peacemaker or just make sure the homie's safe, but seemed like whenever we went to Hollywood, I always showed up. It's like Hollywood and Kev Mac, maybe I was meant to be an actor. Maybe I was meant to be a stunt double because I always came out good. And yeah, Hen was there. And I remember Hen said, when I talked to Hen, he's like, damn, Kev, last time I seen you, you cracked a fool over the head with a chair. And we still talk about that to this day. No, I didn't. Wasn't no chair. Where was I going to get a chair from? Security? I don't know. But I didn't have no chair, man. That was my fist.
I ain't know that they was affiliated, associated, you know what I'm saying? We just was cool. Then all of a sudden some static broke out and there's Kev, like, you know what I'm saying, smashing the chair on the fool's head and stomping some other cat and vice versa. And that happened actually on 4 different occasions.
And I remember Sliproc, you know, because I always gave praise to Sliproc and his squabbles and how he would lead the pack. And Slip would always throw that in like it was a proud moment for him of me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's it for my story for today. I didn't really have a story. I got a really good one, a good controversial story to tell that I'm sure is going to draw a lot of attention. They might even call me a liar. Might even say he lying. Might even tell me to meet him at the projects in our 50s, approaching 60. But it's a true story, like all of them are. You know, I try to remember and recite it the way I remember it and as accurate as possible. You're going to always have people that disagree or people that don't think something's real. That's what's so unique about my stories, my history, my life, and others share some of those same situations where I can tell stories that may be unbelievable. I can tell stories that other dudes are afraid to tell or are no longer here to tell. But I could tell you those stories. And this is one. But as always, in dealing with Kev Mac and Kev Mac videos, there's always a setback. So I don't know when this will air. I don't know when my next story will be available. Of course, I haven't told it yet. But even if I tell it, I won't be able to upload it right away. So with that said, man, you know, I try to drag this out, make it long enough for you guys to listen, long enough for you guys to get them algorithms going, and to be looking forward to some more stories. I'm out of here, y'all, man. Y'all have a great day. Thank you for watching. Be sure to click that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I tell all sorts of stories here, mostly gang stories, but I talk about pets. I talk about the mental stability of a black man. I talk about politics. I talk about just fun growing up in the city of Los Angeles back in the 70s. Y'all come on, get on board and get aboard of KM Videos, True Stories. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Peace.
This is